Everybody, welcome to Yo Dude, and I'm cooking again. Well, maybe not really cooking, but definitely had an interesting thought earlier today. I was first time I've kind of really had a hankering for anything sweet since I started keto, yeah, so kind of did some looking around and kind of knew what I had in our pantry and stuff, and I came across this. Article. It was for keto churros. So basically, keto churros consist of a very few amount of products, pork rinds. You got cinnamon, as well as some kind of sweetener. So for me, I was like, yeah, that kind of sounds boring, and I hate pork rinds. I mean, that's just natural. I absolutely do not like pork rinds at all. It's just kind of my thing. Never liked them. Never once liked them. But they're really good for you on keto, especially with the fat, protein, and zero carbs. And you can do a lot with them. So I'm going to experiment with them, and this is going to be the first time I'm going to do it. So I thought I was add a couple extra things to this and make it a little bit more, I guess, layered. And also, I didn't see anybody talking about baking them and making them warm. So I'm going to try. You can eat them straight out of just how you make them. You don't even have to bake anything. But I'm going to bake some as well and see if there's a difference between them. And I'm also using two different types of sweeteners. I'm going to use Stevia and I'm going to use monk fruit just to see what the difference is. So it's a little bit of a recipe slash experimentation slash tasting review. So enjoy. Alrighty, so everything we need for this recipe is right here in front of us. So like I said, I'm going to do one serving with monk fruit, and then I'm going to do another one with the stevia right here. And you just need one packet of each, so that's what I got laying out. So these boys can go to the side and be out of here. And then I already pre-portioned them out. The serving packet on my pork rinds had 9 pieces, so each bowl is 9 pieces. So we're going to knock those down there like that. And then I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to add some vanilla to mine to make it a little bit more interesting. Obviously, we have cinnamon over here, which is pretty awesome. And then each one's going to require a tablespoon of butter and 1 packet. So I pulled out some gallon bags. One's got monk fruit, one's got stevia, and that's how you're going to basically get them all coated up and stuff. So first thing we're going to do is melt this butter. All right, so the butter is melted, and that's just for one of them, so I still have the other one to do. And then next we're going to add in some vanilla. So we have a tablespoon of butter, a teaspoon of vanilla. So there we go. Just going to mix those around a little. Then I'm going to pour them in this bag, and we're going to do stevia first. Alrighty, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add in the butter and good old butter and vanilla mix into the bag. Boom. I'm going to add in the stevia packet. There we go. Alright. And then I'm going to put in the pork rinds. And then what I'm going to do is add in our cinnamon, which is also a tablespoon. So, add in a tablespoon of that. I'm just going to get it throughout. I was actually a little bit under, so I'm going to add just a little bit. I'm going to eyeball it. Alright, boom. Then you seal that bad boy up. And just shake it all around. Obviously, because the liquid is in the bottom, at the beginning, you're going to want to mess around with it in the bottom, just to make sure everything gets coated evenly, and all of that fun stuff. And yeah, so make sure everything gets coated, make sure everything works to the bottom. Make sure that stevia gets in there, and then also, obviously, the butter and the vanilla. And just have a nice little go at it. Just make it rub it around the bottom. Boom. And because I'm making another batch, I'm gonna let these ones sit a little bit. So I'll sit these ones right over to the side, and we're gonna do the same thing for the monk fruit. I have both bags prepared with the pieces, one with the monk fruit, one with the stevia. They are ready to eat. If you want to eat them, you can eat them. That's how I've seen a bunch of people do it. And from the article I read, that's how a lot of people do it. I'm interested to see what they're like a little bit heated up. So I'm going to put about 3 of each into my oven that I have preheated at 350. And we're going to kind of roughly see, probably have them in there for like 5 minutes or so. So, all right, as you can see, I've now put in the 3 pieces from the stevia bag in, 3 of the pieces, and 3 of the pieces from the monk fruit bag in. Preheated the oven, obviously 350 like I said before, and we're going to put these in for about, set the timer for about, we're going to go 6 minutes. Test that out. Keep an eye on it though, because you never know. So, all right, everybody, so I've just pulled the pork rinds out of the oven that we were heating up. So they're cooling down. You can actually, I don't know if you can hear it on the video, but they're actually kind of crackling, which is kind of cool. They're crackling, and they smell amazing. It smells awesome in here. So we're going to try the non-baked kind right now. So we're going to do the regular ones that we just pulled right out of the Ziploc bag. Start with monk fruit and kind of give you my opinion. So it's all covered and juicy. I definitely get the cinnamon. Get a little bit of sweetness. Not a ton of sweetness, but the cinnamon's there. I don't really taste the pork rind, which is awesome. I did forget to mention earlier, get the unflavored kind. Don't get the ones with the flavors. Unflavored will work best. For someone who is not a fan of pork rinds, those are really good. I would actually definitely have those again. So we're going to try the stevia ones. I get the cinnamon. A little more sweetness. So the monk fruit one had a little bit of like sweet bitter. Not a lot of bitter, but just a little bit. These were just mostly straight sweet. So I would say out of the non-baked kind, I'd definitely go with the stevia kind. They have a little bit more flavor, a little bit more sweetness if you're craving a sweet tooth. So let's move on to the baked ones. Now the baked ones are definitely a little crispy, a little warm, which is nice. So baking them definitely makes them a little more crunchy. I still get the cinnamon, but less of it. I get a little more in the monk fruit flavor. But I get a lot more of the pork rind flavor. So it's not bad still, but I don't know. Out of the 2 options, I would probably definitely take the non-baked version of this over the baked version. So, and then next up, we're going to do the stevia ones. So, with the stevia one, everything that I said about the monk fruit one applies. You get a little bit more of the pork rind flavor, or the pork rind feel. It's more crunchy. The cinnamon's less. The sweetness is still there. So again, out of the two, baked and regular version, I would go with the stevia kind overall. So definitely worth a try. You should probably try it yourself. They're pretty awesome. I don't think any of the four are bad. They definitely are all could hit you if you got a sweet tooth. Be perfect for you. If I had to rank them, I'd say the monk fruit baked came in last, followed by the stevia baked. Then we go with the monk fruit just straight out of the package, and then the stevia out of the Ziploc bag is definitely the winner. Again, all four are really awesome. Easy way. The baked ones were a little warmer, which I did like. I wished these straight out of the bag could taste like those, warm wise. But yeah, other than that, they're all pretty awesome. Yeah, so definitely try it. These were Keto Churros. Yeah, dude. That's dang good. Later. Oops. One thing before I go, I forgot to give you guys the macros for those, or the nutritional information, as you will. So they have between 188 and 198 calories per serving, which is about 9 pieces. 7 grams of protein, 2 grams of carbs, and between 15 and 16 grams of fat, which is awesome for me because I always have a hard time hitting my fat macros. So that's it.